Hello, everybody. It was great weekend we actually had. It was a peaceful energies. Astrology wise and energy was so beautiful. Took a break. Actually, I was on emergency calls from work, but managed to finally get to a place that you can sleep. You can get a nap, powerful naps that's 4 or 5 hours during the day. It's been a great times right now, just before the storm hit it. The storm will begin with the new moon. Not the new moon, I'm sorry, the full moon that we are going to have this astrology event that is going to be the time when Venus and the Sun they're going to be together against Moon and Uranus. And that's that part right there, transition from cardinal to the movable signs. You will see that part of changes. There's gonna be a lot of changes coming up, and that's why that was a the part of calm before the storm. That is the thing that Uranus is gonna come back to Aries. It's a cardinal sign. We're talking about changes that you're going to have to make for yourself. Changes that you couldn't make it a few years back. Now you will be showing up. Yes, now it's your time. Now is the time you to go ahead. You do it. The same time, Venus is gonna go back to Libra, which is another cardinal sign, and those two they're gonna be stretched out because they want to focus on the energies of love. Okay, but this is not the video about this. This is the video about why it's so hard to be a twin flame part two. If you watched it, the first video, why it's so hard to be a twin flame, you probably understand that we are working with mirroring neurons. We are working with a completely different things inside of us. We have this part of exchange, and when that happens, the one person actually leave portion of themselves inside to the other, and this is how the twin flames actually they live within each other internally inside. You cannot take that off. Doesn't matter what you're trying to do. I actually made a post on the Facebook. I'm gonna be reading it to you, so hopefully that will help on to the community. So basically, on the initial, I will read it the whole thing. On the initial ignition of twin flames, piece of consciousness is swapped between them. This piece is one that connects you all the time in conscious with your twin. The biggest mistake is to think that the other twin work on the same issue as you. No. Um, your twin inner work on the issues between them, and the portion you left in them is there to solve, to learn, accept, and last understand this love and coexistence inside of the soul. You as a twin flame should accept this coexistence and find peace in you with the portion your twin flame gave you. It's not your job, your twin, to do their work. Pushing your twin will not help. Let universe push them where they need to be, not you. The inner peace is important to you. As you accept the coexistence, you merge the portions of you what your twin gave you. It's all about soul work of union. Please be love first for yourself, second to your own damaged heart to heal, and last to your own body. Love yourself first. Um, because expectation of someone who loves you leads you to dependency, and that leads to demand, that leads to suffering since the love is not present. When you learn to love yourself, you will know that your soul love what your soul wants as love, what your heart wants as love. The finally your body have to be loved. Only then it can become love, and you can have real love. If you don't know what real love is for you, a little bit confusing to you, right? So what's confusing here? The inner parts of exchange. between the two parts of the twin flame, it creates something very specific, something that it's out in the nature. Those are the part that we actually trying to do as a partnership, as a relationship. But we looking at the things on a completely different perspective. So what happens is right here when we swap in the consciousness, we actually create a symbiosis. That is a process when two things have to come together. And there is a three ways I'm going to be talking about a little bit about this. And what is so hard with being a twin flame, it is that you have to work with you, but also you have to work with somebody else inside of you. And throughout the years, the best part it is you to accept um, this symbiosis inside of you. It will help you in your life. You helps you as open up the things inside of you. This is why a lot of the twin flames, when they become accepting this connection, they begin to accept the truth that they're a twin flame. They begin to open up their gift. A lot of the twin flames are healers. They begin to do something very powerful. We're talking about they're using the vibrations of the soul to provide vibrations out there to help the people with understanding, um, energy, soul vibrations, distant healing, Reiki, some of the esoteric learnings they're gonna be expanded. They're gonna be put up on the more and more broader aspects. They're gonna be like instead of just read the newspaper, you're actually gonna be open up some books and books. They're gonna be more detailed work that needs to be done. Inner knowledge that it's inside of it. But that is a for internal part. What is the particle part as a physical? What is the benefit as the physical? The benefit as the physical, it is about it creates you that you understand the things more quick, more faster, more proper. It my job. It helps me to troubleshoot the machines more quicker. It helps me to foresee the things inside of it, to do the right things. For example, there was a one of my coworkers brought a little vacuum generator that we're using to for a vacuum so we can get the oil out, and he's like, "It's garbage. It needs to be tossed out." I told him, "No, it's got a plastic inside. You need to clean it." And he's like, "Dude, I just open it up. I just clean it, right?" I'm like, "No." He just looking at me, like, you know, like I'm crazy, right? And I told him, no, it's got a pieces inside. I knew it. I felt that part inside of it. That is the part like the Jedi's. They're looking with the Force and they see the things. So I took it apart, and inside of it, it looks like it's got a small jets that actually the air goes in, and that's how you create a vacuum. Um, Two of the jets they were completely blocked with the small pieces of a plastic. We took it off, cleaned it up, put it back together. Boom, worked. Um, so this is one of the things that I actually use for work. It helps me. It helps me a lot. That is the balance when I use the both energies, feminine and masculine, so I can be able to benefit from it on a personal level. Um, but the thing it is I'm going to be talking about why it's so hard is the biggest mistake that people do into the twin flame is that whatever you're working on it as an issue inside of you and your twin flame, wherever you're working on it, your twin flame to do the same. Actually, no. The reason I'm saying no is because they maybe work on the issue of age gap, and you working on issue of marriage. So those are two different situations with the both twin flames are working on it. The only way you know when the twin flames really working on it is when you feel them on a much higher level as togetherness, as you and them. And this is the part, like the soul, it's like, okay, I left that piece inside of you so I can come back and check up on your progress, how far you are, what kind of level you use. Did you accept this part? Did you took this situation? um, did you already accept we are who we are? Because we have to accept each other. And if you haven't accepted, if you have go and it's like, you know what, hey, like for instance, I had big issue with like, come on, you know what I'm talking about. You didn't find a 5 minutes to make a one phone call for all those years to see me how I'm doing, right? Have a issue that she never calls, she never sees me, she never even bothered to talk to me. So I had that issue of it inside of me till I accepted, and I'm like, you know what? uh, I accept it. We are who we are. We are what we are. We are the way we are. I accept just who you are. No more fights. I'm done with it. I'm go ahead. I'm gonna be create this part of symbiosis between me and you, and that's it. I will do that. And that was a big part inside of me when I accepted. I used to love the show Stargate HG1. If you watched it, if you haven't, please do. You can go ahead and Sci-Fi Channel, or you can go into a library and um, you can go ahead and rent it. But down the on that show, you can see the symbiosis between a human and a larva. That it's what it does, what it's going on, how the inner fight is. The one of them actually works for benefit, and the other one is actually creates completely different story, acting as a parasite. So what happens is with us in the twin flames, we have a lot of issues of what road are we taking as a symbiosis inside of us. But see, a lot of the people don't understand the symbiosis that we go through, what that is. What is this situation of symbiosis? So, first of all, talking about this, is I actually posted this as on Facebook. You can actually have it. Symbiosis, that is the interaction between two different organisms living in a close physical association, typically to advantage of both. A mutually benefit relationship between different people or groups. So here's why we are as a twin flames. You right now, I know you're laughing on it. I feel some of you. I know what you guys go on to it. Don't fall off the chair. That is a part that these inner interactions that we have inside of us, between us and the twin flame, is actually creating this relationship. The modern psychology does not use the soul as a part of us. For them, this is a cuckoo. Until psychologists they become twin flames and then they're like, "Dear, what should we do?" Um, that's what that is. You are who you are. You have to accept your part. You have to accept this coexistence between you and your twin flame. So there is a three types of symbiotic relationship: mutualism, both parts of benefit. That is actually during the ignition state, the both two individual when they ignite that power of love, the power that it's so good. That love is visual. Is everybody sees that love. They look at that love. Everybody around you, it's like, what did you do to yourself? That love benefits everybody as energy. It's enormous. It's incredible. But what happens is we have this outside interference of culture, religion, friends, relationship, of that part that we should not have that mutual part as love because we are part of two different things. We are part of feminine and masculine. We are part of two different religions. We are part of two different age groups. We are part of two different things. But we have the same vibrations in the soul. We are connected. We have a symbiosis inside of the soul. And through the mirror neurons, that part is existing. It's already inside of us. You cannot change it. You cannot delete it. This is not like a computer and a hard drive that you just go ahead and say delete. Yes, that doesn't work. So over the time, you actually learn how to accept your twin flame inside of you and live with it. Just go on in your life with it. They're part of your life. They're part of you. Uh, it is what it is. You can change the things. You can do the things. I accept her. I don't yell at her anymore. I'm not mad at her. I'm just like, okay, we just have to learn to coexist. Maybe physically I'm alone all my life. That's fine. But, that part of the mirroring neurons inside of me, it's okay. I don't care that at work sometimes they see me as a female, because sometimes the swapping the energies inside of me creates conflict, and some of the people are like, I'm carrying the books like a girl. I'm like, to me that it's normal, because I accept my masculine and the feminine energy. I have them both at the same time. That's the benefit is. That's what the part is of this thing. The second, though, that it's a part of symbiosis, that is a uh, commensalism. Only one species benefit while the other is neither helped or nor harmed. What happens is this is the part when the one twin flame, for example me, gives out and get the benefit, go do the work, go do everything, and the other twin flame just sit on the sidelines doing nothing. Like they don't even choose to do anything. For them, that is the part when they hurt the one who does the thing. And this is the part of the twin flames, that when the one of the twin flame begin to do its own mission. This is the part of that you get this energy from your twin. You get that ignition, you get that boost, and you go on into it. It's hard. That's why it's so hard, because when you're alone, there is nobody to, for example, to help you in a life. You have to do everything on your own. The longing part, it's hard because you're one person. It's kind of like you walking into a darkness without partner. You're on your own by yourself. Um, that part inside of it, you can't change. Even if you try to get into another partner, it's harsh. It's hard to live like this because there is the lack of the support. And a lot of the twin flames who are out there, out in the open, and they do this work, they understand how hard it is, even together with a different partner in the physical. And this situation is very common into it. But the worst thing is not that. There is another worst thing, which is this parasitism. That's one of the one organism gains while the other suffers, and that is the part that a lot of the twin flames is that the one just taking everything, and the other is kind of like a dying from inside. That is because of the part of the making decision not to work mutually. That is the part of deciding not to do the things as who you are. That is the part of denial. That is the part of not willing to do the work for yourself. And this is very hard right there, because the one twin flame blames the other that they actually breaking their privacy, they breaking their uh, life that they created, they breaking this. This is a natural event between two species. something that we are going to evolve into it, something that we are going into mutate for a mutual benefits into us. This is our future. But this, it creates the real relationship. See, in this part, when you are unconscious connection to it, there is nothing new to lie, there is nothing new to hide. That is the part of that you actually sharing everything with your partner. This doesn't have like nothing like the common partnership where you forcing yourself to like your partner just so you cannot be alone. This is why the average relationship doesn't withstand the time. Compared to the twin flames, once it gets ignited, that's it. You're done. I mean, you're done with it. But what you need to work on it? What is this symbiosis between the two people is? Why is so hard to be as a twin flame? We're not talking about only physical. We're talking about this is when you unite the masculine and the feminine parts inside of you. For example, the one controls the left brain, the other controls the right. The one it's logical, it has to make sense. The other one it is creative. The logical part it has to this is the masculine part. If it doesn't make sense, I cannot understand it. Compared to the creative part, it is like, well, here is, you see this, you can create it. Now it can make sense to you. So this is the part of the symbiosis part as a benefit within the twin flames, that you see the both parts working together towards the mutual interest. The one is strong, the other is soft. Sometimes when you're too strong, you're breaking things. Sometimes when you're too soft, you can't do the things. That's why when those two are coming together, you find that balance of inner work into. The one is forceful, the other one is nurturing. We're talking about forceful as a male. Male always wants to force things, to push things. The male energy is the chaser, always chasing the woman that you have to, you must be, you need to. That is the masculine. Compared to the nurturing, it's like, calm down. Let's figure out the things out. Let's get the things out. And this is the part that was a between me and my twin that we had a big fight because there was I was too much forceful. I was too much chasing her, but she didn't have the force to nurturing to say, you know what, you'll calm down. Let's figure this part out. Aggressive and loving. Yes, that's the against the two things coming in together. Warrior, peaceful, again is the same part that you need to find your balance, your symbiosis inside of you. The one it's mind centered, the other it's heart centered. The one it's analytical, the other one it's intuitive. See what happens with the male when he becomes intuitive, it's incredible. Because the male can figure out the feminine part of this manipulation, which is the force of the female, and when he gets to manipulation, he understands when he's manipulated. And that part inside of the soul, it's very good. It's very great. This is how I actually found out that my twin flame was manipulated all the time. And the soul was so pissed about this. Oh my god, inside of me, because she allowed it to be manipulated, that part inside of me was like, oh, I don't even want to remember right now. But it is a situations you have to work with yourself in this. The one it's emotionally guarded, doesn't show its emotions, that is going to be the male. This is why, when I look at my channel, 17% of the males, and 83% of females. So that's have to tell you something. If you're a male and you're watching this video, you better thinking about your actions of what you're doing, because hiding yourself, hiding your emotions is not going to help you to understand your other side that you try to hide. Because see, when you're masculine as a body, you do not accept the feminine part, and when you do not accept the feminine part inside of you, you struggle, because the feminine part is already inside of you from your twin flame, and not accepting of this causing you so many troubles. You can call her whatever names you want to call her, but that is the part that exists inside of you. It is the same part applies to the females. I work with 90%. I work with females, and if I tell you the words the females using when they call their counterparts of it, oh God, the language is pretty, pretty colorful. So the one tries to create a plan. The other one, it's a free flowing. This part you need to understand it. That is the journey. The male can try to make a plan. That's the ego part. The female actually says, like, you know what, free flow. Free flow. Be like the planet. Don't have attachments to anything. The masculine, it's pretty good of the outer to bring the force out. So, for example, my masculine power makes me to go out and reach out to people throughout the videos. The inner part, though, helps me to go ahead and expose what's inside of me for outer benefits. And this is why when you unite yourself, when you unite all these parts with you and your twin flame, this is how you actually create the mutualism inside of you for you. So this is your journey for yourself, how you want it to be. You do this on individual level. What of these three levels of symbiosis you want to do inside of you? Whatever you choose to it, that's how you are. You choose to be, go ahead to mutualism. So guess what? The both two parties inside of me, they're actually doing a benefit. And it helps me to create the new personality that it's much better, the new personality that performs better. I even find myself at work, I perform better. So that part right there, I already accepted. I went through all this. First of all, I went to parasitism. It's just like I talk like, you know what, I don't want to have nothing with you. I don't like Latinos. I'm out. God says, no, buddy. You can't be like this. You have to learn how to work with it. I'm like, no, if you want to kill me, kill me. No, I'm not working with this. And like, no, I'm going to shut you down. No, whatever. You can kill me if you want to. I'm shutting you down. So here you go. The lights went down. I wake up in the next morning. Boom. I was like a brand new person. Now, that connection of symbiosis between me and her was already existing. I was so much in love with her, I couldn't even stand myself. So that is the time when I actually took the second stage. I took that part of the benefits. I begin to be very have the psychic abilities to foresee inside of the subconscious of the people. I knew what it was going on. I knew what I was understanding. That was going on. But right now, the way I am, it's the mutualism inside of me. I'm accepting her. I am accepting everything, the information. I don't resist anything anymore. I accepting this part as she's part of me. I am part of this mutual part to work for a mutual benefit for all the twin flames. And it makes me pretty good. Feels pretty well. And there's gonna be a time that you know too much psychology when you can get mad because you understand everyone's reason for doing everything. And When you become at that stage, you you kind of like begin to understand everything that happened in your journey. You understand, you begin to navigate more and more. I'm so happy that I crossed that boundaries. I crossed these limitations inside of me to go out in the public, to go out and give that for the benefits of the community, uh, to give this portion of understanding go a little bit more deep and deep and deep. Every time when I go for something, that it's gonna be these portions of it that we are working on it. But I'm so proud of all the twin flames that came out in the public. Those are the people who actually choose to go ahead and look at it in their mission, look at it in their part, looking of what they are. And this is the divine union of those energies inside of it. And that union inside of you helps not only the twin flames, but actually helps a lot of the people who they want to find their twin flame, someone who actually works on, they want to find the real happiness. And that is a pretty good portion. But also, what helps in the twin flames is they can to be more open, more fearless, more naked in a way, not as a body, but we're talking about naked for the soul and as a heart. And I'm gonna be making a video that will be Twin Flame, the Naked Talk. That is gonna be the time when you actually talk with your twin flame, what to do, how to proceed of this, why you need to be like this, so you can have a better chances within your union. Because some of the twin flames they get together in the physical, but they don't go through that naked talk, and they have some issues. So I'll see maybe in the next few days I will make that video. But for right now, just as a twin flame, just go ahead, be love for yourself, work on yourself, unite these parts inside of you, find this internal peace inside of you, and hope for the best, because there is a divine timing for everything. When it's your time, it's your time, it's your divine time. And when you are in alignment and your twin flame is in alignment, then the divine time comes in with the perfect alignment, and everything is going to become zen the way it's supposed to be, not the way you planning to be. See, the masculine is planning, the feminine is free flowing. When those two unite together, then all this come and it creates the divine timing. Thank you so much for everybody that watched this video, and be love.